Hello and welcome to part 21 of my All Quests, All Endings Elden Ring guide. We're deep underground in the Eternal City area. Just going to deal with a few enemies here. Grab myself that all-important silver tear husk. Do look out for these electrified, weird jellyfish things. Good strong area of effect weapons handy there. If you walk around here, get yourself an Archer Ashes. Another nice Spirit Ash. And again, if you can dig out your powerful area of effect weapon and get through here, got another little item we can pick up. That's the Ghost Glovewart Picker's Bell Bearing, so that will allow you to purchase more Ghost Glovewart from the Twin Maiden husks that the round table hold. Well worth picking up while you're here. Once you're there, make way here. We've got a stone sort of key door thingy to get through there. And this will get you a Puppet Ashes, I believe. Not really a boss fight, so it's just a couple of Swordstress enemies to deal with there. And then open your chest. And they've got the Swordstress and Nightmaiden Puppet Ashes. Make your way back here, across here. Deal with the big ball thing before it rolls over you. That'll give you a larval tear. Actually, nothing there, so don't bother with that one. But might be worth calling in here. If you can destroy the ball, that will give you another larval tear. And inside the chest you'll find a great Ghost Glovewart, which you need to upgrade to the max. With the golden rune there, head up the stairs. Grab yourself a smithing stone. Nothing else too exciting here, so we're going to go into this room here. There's a bit of an ambush going on here, so do be prepared. Again, some kind of strong area of effect weapons ideal here if you've got it. Dragon incantation breath weapons will work quite well. Then you've got the ball coming in. Once you've dealt with them, you can get yourself a Somber Smithing Stone 7, then you can head up these stairs. We've got a couple of silver tears to deal with up here. Then we're going to be moving on to a new area. Good strong ranged attack recommended if you've got one. That will allow you to grab the Moon of Nokstella, which is a nice little talisman you can use. From there, we're just going to do a fast travel back to here. What I'm trying to do is get to the area where you fight the Baleful Shadow. And when I was doing this, I hadn't got my notes in front of me, and I'd kind of forgotten where to find it. Hence all the random wandering around at the end of the last video, which I said you could skip in my defence. But we're now going to head to this area here. Obviously, we've already dealt with the Falling Star Beast. So we're going to run down there, drop down again, ideal without getting too badly injured. Don't forget to drop off the side. Now, we've already fought these guys, so we're just going to run past them this time. Just grab yourself that golden rune there. There's nothing else really having here. A few silver fireflies if you want them. Otherwise we need to head. You can actually get up there, but you have to come in from the top again to get across those pillars. So we're now going to go to this side of Grace. And what we need to do is head down through the actual sort of rivery area. And this is the correct way to get to the Baleful Shadow battle. which you need to defeat in order to complete Rani's quest. We also need to get to an area called the Lake of Rot, which will eventually lead us to an enemy called Astel Naturalborn of the Void, who we need to defeat to clear Rani's quest completely. Die, but it's not a problem. We're just a couple of seconds away. A couple of buffs this time. We'll deal with that and deal with the ant. We'll go and get our runes back. Ideally being a bit more careful this time. Using Frenzied Burst there, which is quite effective incantation. If you head up here, you will get sniped by that projectile blob thing there. But you can grab yourself a Ghost Glovewart 9 and drop down here. You can fight all these if you want to, but there is quite a lot of them. So, unless you're flush for resources and you want the runes, I would just skip past. May as well grab ourselves a silver tear husk here, then we'll head down this way. Deal with those ants. Deal with him, deal with him. Deal with him. Then we can deal with the rider afterwards. Now this is the let's grab a few more items over here, but we're going to need to take that lift in a minute. Again, feel free to skip these if you don't want to fight them. I'm just doing it for runes and items. It's off a Celestial Dew there, always useful. When you're ready, get back to the lift and ride it down. New Site of Grace here. The Nokstella Waterfall Basin. Speak to Rani again at this point, and she'll have some new dialogue for you. She'll tell you a bit more about Blythe and Iji, and she'll say that she's got to betray everything. And she'll think she's told you a bit too much here. She's kind of starting to trust you and open up to you a bit by now. So do look out for the basilisks. Don't let them kill you with Death Blight. Once they're dealt with, you can grab yourself a couple of smithing stones. And this is where you'll fight the Baleful Shadow, which is basically like Blythe. We're using Frenzied Burst here just to try and keep it from getting too close. He will heal at some point in the fight, but again, don't let him you can fight him close up if you want to, but I just find this quite a bit easier to deal with this way. And this will give you I think it's the Darkmoon, no, it's the discarded palace key, which you'll need to take to the library in Raya Lucaria Academy to get the Darkmoon Ring. So, yeah, discarded palace key, as I said, we're going to need to head over to the library now with the discarded palace key to get that all-important item. But before we do that, we're going to get this Site of Grace so we can get back here quickly. Then go to the library. You'll find there's a chest locked here, which the discarded palace key will open, and that'll give you the Darkmoon Ring, and you need that to open a seal to get to Astel Naturalborn of the Void. Before we do anything here, we're going to go and grab the Mushroom Crown, which is a bit like Varay's White Mask, but it's for poison rather than for bleed. So I believe you can stack it with other status effect items like the medallions and the helmets. Again, you really need that flame grant me strength. And if you've got something that will give you resistance to Scarlet Rot here, it might be worth using it. Just keep making your way this way. Smithing Stone, I think this is here. Yep. Somber Smithing Stone 8. Then get yourself up here. You need to drop down carefully onto there to get the Mushroom Crown. Then walk back to the Lake of Rot, Lakeshore side. And here there's some platforms you can step on to sort of raise little bridges up to make it easy to get across. Watch out for the basilisks, obviously. They cause death blight. When we get to here, we need to run through a little bit of red goo, open the next bit. Grab yourself a warming stone, always useful. Look out for the death blight frogs, basilisks. There is a Dragonkin soldier down here to deal with, but for now we're going to open the next bit up. Then we're going to head back this way, and that's the Dragonkin soldier. We're not really quite prepared to deal with him properly here. Not a problem, there's a stake of Marika nearby. So now we'll open up that platform as well. That gives us a bit more to stand on. Making sure we've got those runes first. Make sure we're fully healed. Give ourselves a bit of madness to get that black dumpling helm prepared. Flame grant me strength, golden vow. Rune Arc for Godric's great rune rather. And then we're going to go with the unendurable frenzy again. And we're out of Manus, so we'll have a quick potion. And that should just about do the trick. That'll give you a dragon scale blade. And there's another kind of mini boss here to deal with as well, but we need to get to this monolith here and then hit this switch and then be prepared to fight this, I think it's an Alabaster Lord it's called. Try not to fall off the platforms. Once he's dead, that'll give you the Alabaster Lord sword. Couple more items to grab there, somber smithing stone, and then to get back down there's a ladder at the end here. We're now getting quite low on health, so we need to have that flame cleanse me prepared, and we need to be a bit careful here. So back into the rot, keep cleansing, don't let yourself build up. Get yourself onto dry land. Once you're here, run down this way to get to the site of grace. And we're at the Grand Cloister. So we're going to do another Putrid Tree avatar here. You do get cracked tears for defeating it, but obviously we're in New Game Plus, so we've already got them. Feel free to skip it if you don't want to fight it. The main difficulty is fighting it in the midst of a lot of scarlet rot, so recommend summoning your mimic for this one if you've got one. Just going to prepare a bit of madness. Summon the mimic, heal up, buff up. Grab the items first. Let the mimic get that, take the aggro first. And then we're going to try and use Frenzied Burst for a ranged attack here. Quite susceptible to fiery based attacks these are, so that should be fairly effective. Already it's down to a third health. Do look out for the rot breath. And again, if you're going to stand in the rot and fight him hand to hand, you probably want something that's going to give you some more resistance to that, something that will raise your immunity. But that's him dealt with, I think, more or less. Yeah. So that will give you more tears for your flask. Then we'll head this way, deal with the prawn guys. Kindred Rot, I think they're called. Then if you run up here and open the chest, you'll get yourself a scorpion sting. Then make your way back down and we're going to go and find a coffin and get in, and that'll take us to Astel Naturalborn of the Void. If you pay attention to the falling star beasts, you can see all the different evolutions of them, and this one and the one in the consecrated snowfield are kind of like the last evolution of the falling star beast. Luckily there's a stake of Marika here, so if we do get killed we can get back fairly easily. Just going to apply a couple of buffs there. We're going to want to summon a mimic for this as well, just to take the aggro a bit. Trick with this one is getting close a lot of the time. You'll do extra damage if you can hit him in the head as well. Already it's down to sort of half damage more or less. Taking a bit of a hit of Celes as well there, so we're going to need a quick heal. When he sprays that dust around, do beware, it is going to explode. And he'll occasionally disappear and teleport somewhere else in the arena. Just keep going for your headshots. And then be ready to dodge roll the meteor attack. So we're down to about a third health now. We're getting fairly close. Keep plugging away at him. Teleported again. No problem. Mimic's Tears still on nearly full health. We just need to stay alive and keep chipping away at him. We're getting quite close again. One or two good hits now should do it. And that's him fell. So it's given us a remembrance of the Naturalborn. Grab yourself the Grace. Then head this way. Now there'll be a seal here that you can't get through if you don't have the Darkmoon Ring. And this will get you to the area in the game where most people ask you how do you get there. The Moonlight altar area. And this is where you're going to complete Rani's quest. So grab the Grace, then head up towards the church. A dragon will attack you. It's the one that was waiting outside Rani's rise but flew off. So you can run past him and get to the Grace, but we're going to just deal with him because we're here and we may as well. If it's giving you trouble, you know, either sneak around or run to the Grace and rest at the side of the Grace. Yeah, Glinstone Dragon Adula. So similar sort of deal with Ancient Dragon Landsacks, who you'll meet and then drive off from the abandoned Coffin site of Grace, and then you can fight them properly in Altus Plateau. Making sure we've got some mana there. Just trying to pick a moment. We'll try and go in with a bit more unendurable frenzy. Not quite in range then, need to be a little bit closer. Going for the breath weapon. We're going for the badly timed dodge roll there. Now we've got a good position, we should be able to churn away some damage. So that's Glintstone Dragon Adula done. We've got Adula's Moonblade Sorcery. Right to here, grab your Starlight Shards, there's plenty of them scattered in the area. then rest at the Grace. Once that's done, we're going to head down and complete Rani's quest. So when you've grabbed them all and you've got the Site of Grace, drop down the hole. Drop down, drop down, drop down. Walk this way. And then put the ring on Rani. She'll disappear in that form and reappear as a Snow Witch again. And you can talk to her again. And this is the last time you'll speak to Rani until after you've defeated the Elden Beast, I think. So she's now gone. We've got the Darkmoon Greatsword and we're ready to start part 22. Hope you're enjoying it. Don't forget to like and subscribe.